So, I've been going after what anti-vaxxers for a number of years now, and I've never seen an anti-vaxxer be able to really justify their arguments beyond just basically posting Andrew Wakefield stuff. And then you get into the whole, well, Andrew Wakefield was a proven fraud, and then they go, no, he wasn't, he never was, and it's just like, well, yeah. Anti-vaxxers are basically stupid, and guess what they're doing now? So, anti-vaxxers have a new target in their sights: pets. A growing movement of animal anti-vax advocates claim that immunising cats and dogs can cause a range of diseases and disorders, including autism. Curious about anti-vaxxing, but not sure whether you want to risk the lives of your children on vague Vogue? Well, why not practice on your dogs first? That's right, anti-vaxxing for animals. An accoutrement as a chi-chi as any doggy waistcoat is now a thing. Cats are not immune either, with various websites now alleging the dangers of pet immunisation. The American veterinary paper says that up to 22,000 cats develop cancer at the site of vaccination every year in the USA, says doglistener.co.uk. 66% of all sick dogs start becoming sick within 3 months of vaccination, declares Dogs Naturally magazine. I can guarantee you, having been in this area before, those stats are either cherry-picked, outright wrong, or just completely misinterpreted to suit their case. I don't even have to look at them. I know one of those three is going to be true. So, we continue. All claim that vaccination can cause a range of diseases to take hold among them. Autoimmune hecomic anemia, thyroid disease, arthritis, and pyrovirus, and the hardcore ape the human anti-vaxxers. Yes, vaccines make your dog autistic. Other arguments proportionally point out to over-vaccination, the annual shots, and the most vaccines are designed to last 7 years. The US anti-vax vet figurehead Dr. John Robb was put on probation in 2015 by the State Board of Veterinary Medicine in Connecticut for reducing the dosage in rabies and vaccinations for small dogs. You're telling me that if it's a law that would force me to kill my patient, I would have to do it, he raged. But immunologists say that vaccines are not dose dependent, and that you need enough antigens to stimulate the immune system, says California vet Dr. Liz Boyer. It is not a weight versus dosage question. My 7-year-old and I get the same vaccine. For those hard of sarcasm, the UK's Independent Veterinary Products Committee reviewed all UK dog and cat vaccines between 1999 and 2002. They concluded, although adverse events do occasionally follow vaccination, the overall risk-benefit analysis strongly supports their continued use. So, I can already know exactly what's going to happen. You are going to see exactly the same responses that you saw in areas where this human vaccination came up first. What have we seen? Increase in mumps, measles, rubella, pretty much any vaccination preventable disease come rushing back, and now you're going to see this come back in dogs and cats. And this is the same problem that dogs and cats face in the human world. If levels of vaccination drop below a certain amount, this will render all current immunities that the dogs and cats currently have, it will render them vulnerable as well, because the virus will have a chance to jump and mutate, and because there is not enough protection, you could get a huge health crisis on your on your hands for your pets. And here's the thing: if this happens, the government will order a mass cull. That's not and that's not a joke. That was what will happen. Oh, when was it now? In the I can't remember it now, but I think it was in Germany in the 1970s or something like that. There was a mass culling of the feral cat population. Why? Now, this is the feral cat population, but what happened was that because these feral cats were not vaccinated, there was a mass outbreak of feline rabies. This got transferred to the domestic population. Now, the domestic population, even though they were vaccinated against it, the problem was because there was so much, feral cats out there with rabies going around. This was eventually starting to be passed on to the domesticated varieties, the domesticated cats. So the government had no choice, and they had to go out and basically cull the feral cat population. Now, they cut it short because you had to prove that your cat had been vaccinated, but this was not off the table. If their government had said if this proves to be a problem in domesticated, then they will extend it into the domesticated version. That was a thing that happened in Germany. So there you go. This is, if you want your pets and you like your pets and you want your pets to be safe, keep them vaccinated. Don't listen to these morons and idiots. Listen to your vets and take the actual medical advice. Don't listen to people like the doglistener.co.uk and the Dogs Naturally magazine, which I guarantee you are both full of woo-woo ridiculous crap. I've already done this of this side for humans, and this is as far as I'm going to go. But unless the major outbreaks start to happen in vet and animals, in animal circles, I will cover it. But I'm not going to go into the whole dog vaccination argument, because it will be the exact same arguments, except you just replace human with dog. And there you go. Oh, yeah, just absolute stupidity.